Howdy everyone and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. In the last episode, Makina offered us an exorbitant amount of money to become her father figure. It was a bit of a moral dilemma on my part, but I decided to go ahead and take the money. I mean, she's offering it, why not take it? And we're not talking about just a couple $100s, no. We're talking like a couple $100,000. Like, it's a crazy amount of money. So yeah, and apparently, according to some of the comments, we are on Makina's route now, which is actually kind of the route I wanted to, because from my understanding, this is one of the better routes of the game. So yeah, let's continue on. Old habits die hard. When entering a building, I count the number of exits. When walking through the town, every once in a while, I stop abruptly and look behind me. Running every morning is practically a reflex by now, as is rigging my door before I leave. Spend much time in a job like mine, and you'll naturally acquire many small habits like these, pointless as they might seem. Every once in a while, they will save your life. They will save your life. This morning, as usual, I stuck a bit of tape on an inconspicuous spot under the door on my way out. It's a simple precaution against the arrival of intruders in my absence. But in this particular case, the intruders left behind such brazen signs of their entry as to render my little trick completely absurd. Not the most pleasant way to start the day. Makina, so this was your work after all. They make aloe yogurt? Ew. I'll take the blueberry, thanks. Okay. My low coffee table is partially occupied by a plate of formidable sandwiches. Ham, cheese, and lettuce stuffed between dark, tough-looking hunks of rye bread. There's also a carton of milk and a plastic bottle of iced coffee. Surprisingly decent spread, considering Makina is the one who prepped it. I pour a glass of milk and gulp it down. So tell me, Makina, was it you who blasted through my door? The lock on my door has been destroyed. I'm asking if you're responsible. Amani has a spare key, doesn't she? I see, Sachi, eh? I did vaguely suspect her involvement from that ends justify the means approach to breaking and entering. Broken doesn't really describe the current state of my door, actually. Melted might be a better word. Specifically, brute force application of extreme heat has left a gaping hole where my lock used to be. At first I thought they'd busted out an oxyacetylene torch or something. But then I noticed the discarded coffee can lying on the ground nearby. Its payload, pulverized iron oxide and aluminum powder with a strip of magnesium as a makeshift fuse. Probably got the iron by cutting open disposable hand warmer pockets. Maybe broke down a sheet of aluminum foil in a mixer. Then fixed the can to the door using the wire and tape before setting off a nice pyrotechnic thermite reaction. This is sort of tricky to expect from a savvy terrorist. Now don't do that, kids. That sounds like it'd be very dangerous. Do not follow these instructions to make a homemade bomb. Give that woman 2 years of training and she fit right in with the IRA. Imagining Sachi kneeling beside the door in full maid uniform, silently setting up her homemade explosives. The joke doesn't seem particularly funny. You better. If you're gonna repair it, then how about not breaking it in the first place? Ha! Look at you playing the clingy girlfriend, cheeky brat. Well, I suppose. It is a nice looking breakfast after all. And I am hungry. I said nothing of the sort, ma'am. Hey now, I'm gonna kick your ass if you heard that.
だいたいパパは父親としての自覚が足りないんじゃない？娘がおかえりって言ってんだから、ただいまってキスの一つもするもんじゃねえ
God,
の？
what have I gotten into? What have I gotten myself into? Is that how it works? I'm sorry, I'm not too knowledgeable when it comes to this particular role.
もう仕方がないのよさ。だったら教えてあげるから、帰ってくるパートからやり直しね。
What a pain in the ass.
うだうだ言うな！ドア開けて、ただいまマキナ！パパ今帰ったぞって言え！
Fine, fine, stop screaming. Will you? Why do I have to participate in some surreal skit first thing in the damn morning? Might I, by some chance, have adopted something of a problem child? Okay, John Ritter. Irrepressibly on knees, sends thick drops of sweat trickling down my forehead. Very different from the pleasant perspiration I worked up while running. My chilled blood... I cannot speak today. My chilled blood sinks heavily to the bottom of my feet like a lump of lead. But since I accepted this responsibility, I can't do a half-assed job of it. She did pay me a lot of money. Makina wants me to play this character for her. I suppose you demand that I do so. After pausing briefly to exhale, I reached out and grabbed the half-melted doorknob. I'm back, Makina. Daddy's home. A huge smile stretched across her face. Makina spreads her arms open wide and takes a step towards me, probably scheming to throw herself full force into my chest. I held out my hands to catch the girl and blunt the impact, but in that very instant, Makina momentarily disappears from my field of vision. What the... What? What's wrong with your head? Before I have time to react, I suffer a powerful blow to my lower abdomen right around the solar plexus. Impossible, how did she... The breath's been knocked out of my lungs and my eyeballs are wobbling in their sockets like drunken Marines in an earthquake. But somehow I managed to turn my gaze down, Makina's fuzzy little head is firmly lodged in my gut. A slide dash? As I crumple to my knees, Makina scampers nimbly up on top of my body, wraps her arms around the back of my head like a Muay Thai boxer, preparing to deliver a knee kick, and then... What is it doing? Smashes her lips against mine with the force and speed of a spear thrust. Oh, God. Our teeth knock against each other with an audible thunk. I reflexively try to pull myself away, but Makina isn't about to allow that. Swiftly coiling her ankles around the back of my knees, she leans all of her body weight forward in an effort to push me down. Struggling to resist Makina's stubborn hold, I brace my abdominal muscles and try to keep myself still. But with my lower body completely disabled, the girl's 40-kilo mass is too much to support. She quickly pins me to the ground. The fuck? I'm sorry, but daughters don't kiss their fathers like that. That's creepy. But, Makina, what the hell are you doing? As my mouth falls open involuntarily, Makina shoves her tongue inside with all the eagerness of a hyena snapping at its prey. Wait, hold up, isn't this a little wrong? I mean, this isn't quite what I imagined when you say welcome home kiss. I was thinking more, I don't know, a smack on the cheek or something, right? In any case, I've got to peel the girl off me. I reach up blindly, my hands end up touching Makina's chest. This girl never wears any damn underwear, does she? Not that the thought really does much for me. Still, it's not so bad having this ridiculously warm little body on top of mine. A little sweaty, sure, but kind of pleasant in a way. Sometimes irritating, sometimes soothing. Might this be what familial love is? As Makina maintains her noisy assault on my tonsils, I softly slip an arm around her back. The girl's so slender it feels like she might snap if I embrace her too forcefully. Holding her light little body in my arms stirs up powerful protective feelings. Makina, I can't do much, but if nothing else, Surely I can manage to keep an idiotic grin on my face of one irritating, sweet little girl. This is what I need to protect. I feel like I'm starting to understand not just the meaning of those words, but also the raw emotions they signify. Covered in her spit, warm affectionate feelings for the bizarre beast, Kazami Yuji. That's a lovely haiku. Well, felt like a haiku was warranted, but I didn't manage to work any seasonal words in there. Not my finest effort. But just as I'm smiling at the thought, the events take an unanticipated turn. Specifically, a sharp knocking at the door. Followed immediately by a question delivered in a fairly harsh tone of voice. Mane. Hi? That's not what it looks like, I swear.
マキナの姿が見えないから探してみれば、まさかこんなところでこんなことしてるとはね。お姉さんびっくりよ。
I didn't see this coming either, to be honest. It kind of all came on at once.
別に変なことしてたわけじゃないのよ。なんていうかスキンシップなのよ。悪いことしてないのよ。
どうしたのマキナ。私別に怒ってないわよ。
She's not.
本当に？
ええ、あなたのことは怒ってないわよ。
Clock? What time is it?
もうこんな時間。制服に着替えて学校に行く準備しなきゃ。
そうだね。じゃあお部屋に戻って着替えていらっしゃい。お姉ちゃんはちょっとこっちのお兄ちゃんとお話があるから。
Mane flutters her hands in the air in the classic shoo shoo gesture. Makina bites her lower lip and peers up at Mane's face with upturned eyes.
きつく叱らないでほしいのよ。
Hey, she paid me. If you want your turn, you gotta pay me too. That's how it works.
叱る？私が？ユージよ。まさか。
Oh god.
ちょっとお
The
話を聞かせ
questioning.
てもらうだけだから。
Cowering like a kitten under the glare of a German shepherd, Makina inches backward one step, then two. In the instant she's clear of Mane's potential attack range, the girl turns on her heel and bursts into all-out retreat. As she watches her young friends scamper off to safety, Mane folds her arm under her breasts and slowly swings her head from side to side, producing sharp cracking sounds. When she finally speaks, her tone is somewhat exasperated.
さて、どういうことなのか説明してもらえるのよね、お兄ちゃん。
Nothing to explain. It's just like you saw. Also, it's not Oni-chan anymore. I was promoted to Papa as of yesterday. Thank you very much. I will ask you, give me the proper respects.
は？すみません。おっしゃることがよく理解できないのですが。
I'll explain. Take a seat. After sitting across the table from Mane, I explained the lay of the land in between bites of sandwich. First of all, the events surrounding Makina's mysterious message yesterday afternoon. Secondly, the way I felt after learning of the girl's desperate desire for her father. And finally, how I'm planning to interact with Makina from now on.
まあ、言いたいことはなんとなく分かったけれど、それがマキナとキスをしていた理由とど
That
う
was
つな
really
がる
her
のか
thing.
な。
It was kind of weird on my end, I will admit. Huh? My father and daughter now surely kisses anything out of the ordinary.
いや、まあ確かにほっぺにチューぐらいはすると思うけど、押し倒した上に舌を絡み合わせるような濃厚なやつは普通しないよね。
That's so. Unfortunately, I don't have too firm a grasp on the appropriate standard of normality here.
確かにユージの場合、普通って難し
There's
いか
nothing
も
normal about any of
ね。
these people. All these people are fucked in the head. Anyway, what I regard as normal doesn't seem to coincide with the fact that Makina wants from me. With the fact? Why did I say that? Coincide with what Makina wants from me. To be honest with you, I don't really understand what it means to be a father. I'm basically playing it ear by right here for now. That said, I made Makina a promise. I made her promise, so I intend to do everything I possibly can for money. I may not have any decent examples to work off of, but I do remember the perfect dad I imagined as a child. I tried to become a father like that, you know.
それってどんな父親？
Let's see, kind but strict, has the answer to any question, teaches his child everything they need to know, a reliable, steady presence. I'll never betray her, and she comes before everything else. She can sleep on my lap without a care in the world. That's the sort of father I want to be.
そっか。そこまで真剣に考えているなら、私はもう何も言わないよ。
Oh. Honestly, that was a lot easier than I expected. Legitimately, I thought she would kind of put up a bigger fight than this.
まあね、あの子に父親が必要だってのは私にも分かってたことだし、いつかはこうなる予感？
You did?
なんかそんなのもあったしね。ほら、マキナの履いてるブーツあるでしょ？赤羽の茶芯、PT91 のナイフポケット付き。あれもう結構ボロだけど、私のお気に入りでさ。ソール1回、ヒール2回張り替えて大事に履いてたんだけど、マキナがどうしても欲しいって言うからあげちゃったんだよね。あの子にお願いされると、私どうしても断れなくてさ。
What are you trying to say?
あの子にはあんたが必要なんだって認めちゃったんだろうね、私。
Monty scratches loudly at her head in a vaguely rueful gesture.
でも、父親になったってことは恋人になったわけじゃないのよね。
Right. That's not exactly what being a father involves, I guess.
じゃあ、私にもまだチャンスは残ってるんだよね。
Hell no. Like I said, I'm putting Makina first from now on. You're only going to make yourself miserable if you don't accept that.
誰かが幸せになったら誰かが不幸になるのっておかしいよね。幸せはみんなで分かち合った方がいいじゃない？
Share me. How would that work exactly? Curious. I'm not a planarian. Cutting me in half won't accomplish much.
簡単じゃん。あんたがあの子の父親になるなら、私は母親になればいいんだよ。
What the No, 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 no. That sandwich I'd carried halfway to my mouth nearly drops out of my hand. What? Hold on, are you a genius?
そんなすごいこと言った覚えはないけど。
I had been prepared to sacrifice everything else for Makina's sake, but I see. To be certain, your daughter and your wife are two entirely different matters. A shameful oversight on my part. Monty's right. A parent exists in the context of a partnership. Surely a real family isn't such a fragmentary thing. Everyone has their roles to play in a piece in the larger puzzle. The one who scolds and the one who comforts. The lecturer and the healer. The protector and the rebel. Without a cause. Surrounded by diverse examples and exposed to various opinions, the children slowly choose their own path. That's probably what family should be. Yeah, that's definitely what family should be. How could I miss a simple thing? I'm already a failure as a father. I'm failing my daughter. It's only the first day.
いや、まあ、母親って言っても、所詮はごっこ遊びだけどね。
Game, huh? She likes games.
それでもさ、遊びだからこそ本気になれる年齢なんだよ、私たちは。言ってる意味わかる？
Yeah. My master said something similar when she adopted me. It's not like I can ever be a real family to you, but sometimes fake families can grow closer than the genuine article precisely because they're pretending. Like in the military. When the CEO is the father and the XO is your mother, and your squad leaders, the big brother, sometimes the trust and unity among such groups can be stronger than in a true family. I suppose that makes me the CEO of this fudging division, bearing total responsibility, burdened with authority to send the pseudo-children to their death for the cause. A man who, if driven by necessity, may be left with no choice but to issue such a justice order. Seems I was viewing this responsibility too lightly.
まあ、あんまり思い詰めない方がいいよ。真摯に受け止めるのはいいけど、責任と責任感を履き違えないようにね。
Responsibility? Am I sense of responsibility? What? I feel like I've heard that line before somewhere.
どうかした？
No. It's nothing.
何にせよ、マキナの将来を心配するよりさ、まず
You're
は
right.
自分の心配をしたら？
Sorry, but what's that supposed to mean exactly?
私はほら、物分かりのいい女の子だからいいけど、他の子はどうだろう？
Oh, man. The other girls. What, our classmates? Is me becoming Makina's father going to cause some sort of problem with them?
なんで何も問題がないと思えるのかな？ユージってさ、変に女慣れしてるくせに、そういうとこ鈍いよね。
Certain incident comes to mind from back in the days when it was still a genuine brat, thoroughly universed in the ways of women. What incident, I wonder, are we going to learn about? Well, guess what? We're going to learn about it in the next episode. So, take it easy, everybody.